The power of gratitude and perspective. Two simple words, two simple ideas, but if you truly understand them, they will change the way you live your life forever. Most people wake up and the first thing they think about is what they don't have, what's missing, what went wrong yesterday, and what could go wrong today. And that mindset is poison. That mindset destroys your energy before you even start your day. But gratitude is different. Gratitude shifts your entire reality because it changes the way you see life. It doesn't make your problems disappear, but it makes you see them differently. It makes you stronger than them. You see, life is never going to be perfect. There will always be something you don't have, something you wish you could change, something that feels like it's missing. But if you live your life focusing on that, you'll never feel enough. You'll never feel peace. You'll never feel joy. Gratitude is the antidote to that feeling of emptiness. Gratitude is the force that turns not enough into more than enough. It's the switch that changes your state from frustration to appreciation in an instant. And when you live in a state of appreciation, everything changes. Your decisions, your energy, your relationships, your results. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly appreciated the things you take for granted every single day? The fact that you woke up this morning. Do you know how many people didn't get that chance? The fact that you have air in your lungs, a heartbeat in your chest, and a mind that can think, create, and imagine. These are miracles, but we call them normal. And when you call something normal, you stop valuing it. You stop seeing the gift. Gratitude is about waking up to the gifts you already have instead of chasing what you don't. And then there's perspective. Perspective is everything. It's not what happens to you that defines your life. It's how you choose to see it. Two people can go through the exact same storm and come out completely different. One sees the storm as a curse and gives up. The other sees the storm as a challenge and grows stronger. Same situation. Different perspective. Which one are you? Because your perspective will either build your future or destroy it. If you can learn to look at life differently, you can handle anything. You can look at pain and see growth. You can look at failure and see a lesson. You can look at rejection and see redirection. That is the power of perspective. Most people complain about what's wrong instead of being grateful for what's right. They focus on what they lost instead of appreciating what they still have, and that mindset keeps them miserable. Let me tell you something. You cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. You can't experience peace if you're always searching for problems. Perspective is choosing to see the good even when life is hard. Perspective is saying, I may not be where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Perspective is understanding that everything you go through is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Gratitude and perspective go hand in hand. Gratitude keeps you grounded in the present, while perspective gives you hope for the future. Gratitude says, thank you for what I have. Perspective says, I trust where I'm going. When you combine those two, you become unstoppable because your happiness is no longer controlled by circumstances. Your peace is no longer dependent on perfection. You create it from within. And when you can create it from within, nobody can take it from you. Think about the times in your life when you thought you were being punished, but later you realized you were being prepared. Think about the moments that felt like the end, but they were really the beginning of something better. That's perspective. And when you have gratitude in those moments, when you can say, this hurts, but I'm thankful for the lesson, you've already won. Because life will never break a person who refuses to stop being grateful. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you when life is good. It's about finding something to appreciate when life feels impossible. It's about training your mind to see the gift in every situation, even when it's hard to see. And the truth is, gratitude is a discipline. You have to practice it daily because the world will constantly try to make you forget what you have. The world will constantly scream at you about what you lack, what you need, what you should want. But when you wake up every day and remind yourself, I am blessed. I have enough. I am enough. You start to live differently. You stop comparing. You stop complaining. You stop chasing things that don't matter. And that gives you freedom. Freedom to focus on what truly matters. Freedom to live with peace. Freedom to enjoy life as it is, not just as you wish it to be. And here's the truth. The happiest people are not the ones with the most money, the most followers, the biggest house, or the flashiest car. The happiest people are the ones who appreciate what they have, no matter how much or how little. Because happiness is not in things, it's in gratitude. Happiness is not about getting everything you want. It's about loving everything you have. And when you can do that, when you can look around and truly feel thankful for the life you've been given, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not easy, that's when you're truly rich. Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can focus on the problems, or you can focus on the possibilities. You can focus on the lack, or you can focus on the blessings. And that choice determines the kind of day you have, the kind of week you have, the kind of life you have. Gratitude and perspective are choices, not feelings. If you wait to feel grateful, you'll never start. You have to decide to be grateful. You have to decide to see the good. You have to decide to shift your perspective. And when you make that decision every single day, you start to build a life that feels good from the inside out. So if you're listening to this right now, I want you to pause and think about 3 things you're grateful for. 3 simple things. They don't have to be big. It could be the fact that you're breathing, the fact that you have someone who loves you, the fact that you have another chance to try again today. And as you think about those things, feel it. Don't just say it. Feel the gratitude. Let it fill you. Because that feeling is power. That feeling changes everything. And then, I want you to make this promise to yourself. No matter what happens today, I will find something to be grateful for. No matter what happens this week, I will choose to see it from the right perspective. Because life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. And gratitude and perspective are the strongest responses you can give. They turn ordinary days into blessings. They turn hardships into lessons. They turn your entire life into something beautiful, even when it's not perfect. So as you move forward into 2025 and beyond, carry these 2 things with you everywhere you go. Gratitude and perspective. Because when you live with gratitude, you'll never feel empty. And when you live with perspective, you'll never feel hopeless. Together, they give you the strength to handle anything, the peace to enjoy everything, and the wisdom to keep growing no matter what.